Hello guys, how are y'all doing? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's been nearly 8 years since the famous CBS comedy starring Josh Radnor wrapped its final season, and we have at last got the spin-off series they've been waiting for. But who's in the cast of How I Met Your Father? Well, today, we're gonna take a look at just that. Number 6. Hilary Duff.
You're supposed to be helping me. I'm trying to get a selfie with her. Sorry, I just thought a pic with her would be great for my brand.
How I Met Your Father's lead character Sophie is played by none other than Hilary Duff, who is famous for her role as Lizzie McGuire in the show Lizzie McGuire. The torch that once belonged to Ted Mosby as the figure who's trying to find their soulmate while pursuing a career in photography is passed to Sophie in the new spin-off series. After an unsuccessful Tinder date, Sophie has made up her mind to find her dream guy, and in trying to do so, ends up with a new circle of friends. Number 5. Kim Cattrall. Kim Cattrall, who is mainly known for her role as Samantha Jones in Sex and the City, after superseding the narration role from Bob Saget for How I Met Your Mother, is shown on the show as an older version of Sophie on the spin-off, How I Met Your Father. Taking a different route from the original, Kim Cattrall's Sophie is seen instead of her child, but other than that, the framing is pretty much the same. Number 4. Francia Reza.
Well, I work for Fred Z right now, but my Instagram is blowing up, so designers are reaching out to me directly.
Francia Reza, who is known for her role as Letty in Bring It On, All or Nothing. And as Anna Torres in Grownish, plays Sophie's roommate, Valentina, who has just come back from London Fashion Week with the beautiful Brit, Charlie. The character is a great friend of Sophie's and an aspiring artist. Valentina is bold and spontaneous, and whenever Sophie feels under the weather, she expects Valentina to get her back on her feet. Number 3. Chris Lowell.
But you're animal control. I mean, it's literally your job to come over here and control these animals. Wow, I am a sexy bird.
Another important character in How I Met Your Father is Jesse, played by the well-known actor Chris Lowell. Chris Lowell is known for his despicable acting skills and his ability to fit into any character he plays on screen. It is difficult to separate Chris and the character once he gets into his role. Chris plays the role of Jesse, who is a musician by heart. However, the world is not so easy that it would allow anyone to follow their heart, as making the ends meet is a strenuous task. Same for Jesse, who decided to become an Uber driver to support himself financially. The constant struggle between his love for music and financial stability would be an interesting angle to explore. The character of Jesse is somebody who lives with his best friend Tom, which reminds the audience of How I Met Your Mother. Jesse's character would be a fun watch for the viewers, as we are clearly aware of his acting skills. Number 2. Tom Ansley.
Have your cake and eat it too.
I actually hate cake. Too hoity-toity. I'm more of a bread.
The famous Tom Ansley plays the character of Charlie in How I Met Your Father. Charlie is a model by profession who is a risk-taker who goes to attend London Fashion Week. At the same event, he falls in love with Valentina and decides to follow what his heart says. Following her all the way to New York to pursue his love shows the dedication and commitment of Charlie's character. He goes all the way to New York so that he could be with the person he fell in love with at an event which is surely not expected by anyone. Although Charlie is an amazing person, the fact that he was born in a rich family makes him oblivious to the struggles of those around him at times. Tom revealed he was quite nervous while shooting, as it was the first time he was shooting for a multicam, which is a completely different ballgame. The rest of the cast felt the same while shooting, which made it easier for Tom to work on the sets. Number 1. Tiana Tran.
Reconnect with my brother and ask out Kate McKinnon.
Whoa, do you know Kate McKinnon?
No.
American actress and comedian Tiana Tran has gained fame and recognition through her performance in Space Force. She has made it to the successful venture of How I Met Your Father, which is produced by the makers of How I Met Your Mother. Tran portrays the role of Ellen, who is Jesse's adopted sister. Representation is very important nowadays, as showmakers are trying their best to include individuals of all sexual inclinations, as well as ethnicities. Representing the LGBT community, Jessie has moved to New York from a small farm after separating from her wife. This cultural change is clearly a huge one for her character, and it is interesting to watch how Tiana does justice to the arcs of it. As is evident from the backstory, Ellen finds herself to be more comfortable in an organic lettuce farm than in a bar based in Brooklyn. She has also created an app called Love Solutions, but she's more inclined towards the business aspect of it rather than the matchmaking process. It would be interesting to see how all these phenomenal actors add to the charm of the series. It already has HIMYM to compete with, as fans are inevitably always comparing the two shows. For more such videos, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any updates and notifications. Thank you.